Hello, everyone. Welcome to World News. It is February 28th, 2023, and my name is Andrea of Lilac Lantern YouTube fame. And with me is
Lilac Lantern. And my name is Danny, and I'm not in my bathroom.
the bathrobe tarot, not in his bathrobe. That's what you're
It's
famous for.
I know it's late in the day. I think I'm going to change the name of my channel to the Raincoat Tarot because I don't know how people live in like rainy climates.
It's a lot to deal with. And especially with fabulous hair like yours, it gets all frizzy. That's why you're really mad about the rain.
And it just goes, yes, I know. I can't do a thing with it.
No, but you're still fabulous.
It took me close to 30 seconds to get ready for this video.
So pretty. Well, you didn't comment on the scarf, so I was like, I thought I'd try a scarf, and then I'm like, do I look like an air hostess or a cruise director on a cruise ship, or just someone who doesn't know how to dress themselves? And it was just a lot of, I don't know, personal reflection. Oops.
Well, I think it looks really good. I love the colors.
The colors kind of feels like a flag, and we're reading on World News all the different countries, so it kind of had a little thought behind it.
Yeah. But before we start World News, Miss, can you bring me a little cup of coffee?
Oh yes. Would you like sugar or sweet and low?
And buckle your seatbelt.
Do you want the chicken or the fish?
Oh, I want the airline chicken. Is that what they call it? Airline chicken? I think they do. You don't,
I don't partake in that type of food.
But you serve it to others?
I guess if I'm the air hostess, the mostest. So this show is for entertainment purposes only, we hope. Danny and I are going to read on some selected topics. There, yes, the upside down one. Yes. There we go. Entertainment purposes only. We're checking cards. We're checking crystals. We are checking our psychic gifts to get the answers to some of these questions that we have got today. So Danny and I, as you know nothing of the world, but we do try to comprise a series of questions for the show. And if you're watching, hi, you might be watching on either of our channels because we're both posting this show.
Yes. And it's been a while since we've done World News. We used to do it like once a month. Now
we have to
we're doing it today.
Yes, we're due. I don't know. We'll do when we got to do.
Yeah.
We'll do when we got to do. Okay. So do you want to pick first?
Oh, me? No, you pick.
Some of these questions are pretty tough, like the subject matter. And then some other stuff, it'll be a little bit lighter fare, just so we get a little reprieve. This one I'm going to pick first. Apparently, the U.S. Marshals Service has been a target of a cyber attack. A breach of extremely sensitive information has occurred, and they are asking, it's like ransomware, they hack in, they grab your stuff, and then they say, okay, you got to pay us $8 billion to get it back. Apparently, they didn't crack into the witness protection information, which would be extremely scary for those who would be in witness protection if that got out. But I think we know, and we can check on it, that it's probably an outside country. I sure hope it wasn't Canada. I'm Canadian. Danny's American. So it's one thing if they crack into a company that sells furniture, but it's another thing when you're cracking into things like the U.S. Marshals Service. So cybersecurity as we all know, is a concern for some of those.
And when did they hack into this? Recently?
Yeah, they found it on, I think it said February 12th or something. So they shut down the system immediately, but it was already breached. And I'm not sure for how long it was breached. I mean, they don't need much time, do they, once they're in there?
Well, since I'm not a hacker,
you're not.
I don't know. I don't know. Where are the young kids today? How come they're not out there hacking, protecting, doing that stuff for entertainment only?
For entertainment
just asking.
Well, they need to hire them.
So yeah. You know, my nephew was like, he was a whiz at this stuff. I mean, he was really good. And then he got a job.
He grew up and got a job. Yeah.
Had kids, and now he doesn't do it anymore. Maybe his kids will start doing it. So what's the question?
Well, it could be, what's the answer? What do you find in the cards? Who did it? Why has it been done? Is there something else going on? What country? You could ask any kind of question
on this ransomware hacking into the U.S.
Marshals Service. You know, and this is just another, I'm going to go on a side tangent. Wars are fought differently now. It's not gun to gun. It's not bomb to bomb. It is all different kinds of things. And this is one way, right? You start cracking into people's or countries' services, right?
Well, since this is world news, I got the world card.
There you go. That's how you start the show.
Happening. Yeah, this isn't just happening in the U.S. It's all over. And it's interesting because I don't get, even though I don't get a lot of pentacles with this. So it's not really in my spread for money. It's well, I'll take that back. There is a big money.
Yeah, I see a
money component.
Yeah, corruption.
But there's something else going on besides the money too. There's a power issue. What kind of country did you get with this? It's doing it. You should draw your country card.
To me, a heart can be two things coming together, right? Working together, or a system working together, an essential system. But this one's upside down. A corrupt system doing granting wishes. I think someone's being paid to do this by another country. Okay, so like they've hired, let's say it's a person who can do this in, I don't know, pick a country, Ireland. And a bad country sourcing out that person and making them crack into it. Do you see what I mean? So where the person is doing it from may not be the country or the place that is requesting this.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to have trouble figuring this out. Redacted, investigating agencies upside down. So like, I think it's feeling like they're lost. They're not sure what's going on here. What are you sensing from? I didn't ask specifically who did it, but I'm sensing.
Right. So, you know, I just asked, you know, give me a 411 on this cyber attack. And when I pulled the cards, I actually got 3 pentacle cards. So it is money. I got the 3 of pentacles. And in traditional decks, this is more of a dark money type of card, where it could be coming from Russia, or I heard Iran, um, but there's also other countries, like smaller countries, that, like what you said, that are getting involved. Smaller players, I should say, not countries.
Not the country.
I don't think it's a country. I think they're smaller players living in a different country. But I feel, I sense that even though there is a payday to it, it's more about balancing the equation a little bit. They think that maybe we're too powerful. We have too much, and so they want to balance things out. I got the Hermit card, which tells me that it could be like one guy that's kind of setting all this up or something. Mm-hmm. It's not a big organization. It feels like it's a little smaller, although
or like maybe it was factions of it. May not have it. We have to be mindful when we say country, because it may not be the government of the country. It could be a small faction of it, and these small factions are working together, right, to cause the chaos.
Right. I do get that there's going to be some legal action with the King of Swords, and the final outcome was the Queen of Wands. So they're paying attention. Somebody's paying attention to it, and but it's going to be slow for them to uncover things.
That's what it felt like, because maybe with so many people involved, or these smaller things, and when they do this stuff, they can make it route like it was coming out of Siberia, but it was really coming out of Texas or whatever.
Yeah. Right. But I get a sense that it's I mean, why would they want to? Why the U.S. Marshals?
Well, it said it shows like policies, procedures. There would be information about prisoners. Maybe it's someone in one of the care facilities, or the Marshals, an international criminal. Who knows? That's crazy.
Yeah. And do you think that they will be? Can we ask real quick?
Yeah.
Will this group? Will they be targeting infrastructure, power grids, or water systems? Because we had those guys shooting up our power transformers and knocking. This group. This group.
Okay, so these guys are angry. They're not part of the bigger group, or like you said, bigger. They don't have as much, right? They're working together in secret, and there's going to be an attempt. There's going to be actually a lot more attempts incoming to hack at things.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean America, but it could be other places too, right?
Right. So I'm seeing the fighting that's going on with it. I got the 4 of Cups, which is, they're to me, what I'm getting with this is that, yes, there is going to be more, but there's a lot more standing, and they're missing something that isn't, that they're missing something. So it's kind of just random. They're not like they're not bringing it together in a cohesive,
The
unified way.
perpetrators.
So it's
The perpetrators, yeah. It's not a slick operation. It's kind of clunky.
No.
Which is
Yeah.
probably good though, because then you would think they'll get caught.
Right. Or it won't be as effective
right.
as it could be. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's fair. Yeah, that's an interesting one that it wasn't so obvious that it's a certain country. It's like sort of this rogue ragtag group.
Yeah.
All right. Where should we go next in the world?
Let me see. Do you want to go? I just heard Cuba.
Okay.
I like Cuba.
So you had a question about Russian influence on Latin America and also
Right.
relationships with Cuba.
Right. So Russia has been really influential in Latin America. And even though Latin America is saying that they are against the Ukraine war, they're still not putting a lot of teeth into it for Russia, and so if Russia is so involved in this Ukraine war, what's going on with Cuba and Russia? Are they still like really talking to each other? Are they do they still have a lot of influence? Let's just look, does Russia still have a lot of influence in Latin America?
Oh dear. Well, I can tell you the people in Latin America are not happy with this. They lose. Okay, they lose with Russia, with Russia's influence because of what's happening in the world. So they may lose other countries wanting to buy their resources. They may lose some of their people. You know what I mean? This is not good for the people in Latin America. I do see an evil ruler. It's upside down, so usually that indicates someone not doing the right thing. But I do see some balance maybe coming in the future. So hopefully there is a measured response, maybe a way to help Latin America.
Yep.
Because I only see it hurting them. It doesn't hurt Russia.
No.
Right? It's hurting them, the people, the land, resources. Something's not right. And they don't want people to come after them either with association with Russia. Yeah. I don't know if that's right now or that it's to come, but I can sense that, right? So what were you seeing in the cards?
Well, I think that it's my first two cards kind of threw me because I got the Magician in the Sun, and so this is Latin America. At the top of the reading, I have the Russian influence with the Three of Pentacles. At the bottom of the reading, what Latin America is facing, if they go along with that Russian influence, is a new beginning because the Death card. But and they're in a dark place. in the potential near future, but they are shining some light. They are trying to figure out, and intuitively I'm getting, they're trying to figure out a way to diplomatically step away so that it's just not a quick cut, a quick severance, because maybe it's tied too much to some kind of thing that Russia has promised, or that they're building some infrastructure thing. It's really interesting that I got the world card again in the external position. So I think the world is going to come in and kind of take the place of what Russia was trying to build, their infrastructure, whatever. The world's going to step in and balance it a little bit. Hopefully give them reassurance that we're going to protect them. But I don't see them moving away from Russia quite yet. So they're still too entrenched with the way things were going, but it's shifting. It's being pulled away.
That's nice. And we both got that balance card where we see that measured, I said measured response from the rest of the world, and you were kind of saying the world stepping in to help. So that's positive. That's really positive.
Woo! Yeah.
That gave me goosebumps. So that's good. That's good.
Can we read on Cuba? Just 411 on.
Yes. So you were mentioning, how come it's not better relationships between Cuba and the United States? What's going on? Is it still a tense relationship?
Yeah. Because when Obama was in, he was lightening up he was removing some of the restrictions. A lot of people were happy. A lot of people were not happy. It was very controversial. Trump came in and slapped him back down again. And it just seems so bizarre that a country so close is so bad. Perceived is so bad, because I personally, I don't see it.
Have you ever been to Cuba?
I was going to go. They've got some amazing dive sites there because they don't use pesticides. Yay! In any of their farming, so all the runoff that goes into the ocean, that goes into the coral reefs, I hear that those reefs are pristine. The only thing that gets them are hurricanes. So you got to dive deeper than.
It's beautiful because, Cuba's open to Canadians, right? It has been for a very long time. And I went I don't know how long ago it was, quite a while ago, many years ago. It's absolutely beautiful. The people are beautiful. The culture's gorgeous. All those old cars, because all the cars there are like 1950s or whatever, they've made worked up until now, right? Like they've just made it work. I went a little bit diving, like snorkeling, absolutely gorgeous. So it is too bad if it's not, but I think Americans can go there now, right? Before they couldn't, or it was really restricted.
Yeah, well, the last time I looked, you had to be on a educational or a scientific reason to go there. Obama was opening it up, and I'm like, yeah, and then Trump shut it down. I didn't know you all could go there.
Yeah. Oh, they love
get a cigar.
We did. We got cigars.
Did you smoke one?
I went with another person, and all the people we know wanted cigars, so we had to buy a lot of cigars to come back with official cigars, and they smell really good. I mean, I don't smoke cigars, but and just beautiful wood carvings and
yeah,
just yeah.
I know. So has Cuba, like, done anything to Canada bad?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so why would they do anything bad to the US?
Well,
I know. There's a long history.
there's a rumor
Let's just
that Justin Trudeau might be Fidel Castro's biological son, because they look quite a lot alike. It's truly. And Margaret Trudeau, she was like, what was that club, Studio 54? Like, she was a party girl.
Was she?
Things can happen. He looks like his dad, but he kind of does look like Fidel Castro. I can't even speak. Anyways, so maybe that's why we have a good relation.
Probably. Mi hermana. Yeah. All right. 411 on Cuba. Ooh. Oh. Yes. Once again,
The world.
but it's upside down, but that's okay. That's all right.
I still see some lingering issues here. Not ready to come to the table to talk. You're wasting your time, right? So that's a little standoffish. That could be both sides or one side or whatever, right? Mushroom upside down could be nothing growing, nothing blooming yet between the two. And then we have a short illness upside down with a black cat, which can mean bad luck. I just feel like it's lingering. It's a lingering issue from the past. It's not to modern day, right? The average American, the average person in Cuba probably don't have any reason not to like each other. But it's this lingering thing from the past that's making it difficult.
Yeah. And you were reading on US Cuba?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just seems like it's still like a standoff, right? Yeah. Not willing to come to mend fences yet.
Right. Right. So I was just reading on Cuba itself.
Okay.
And the first two cards I got, how come there's so much glare? Change, money. So there's going to be an uptick in their economy, but they are still behind bars. And this card, what I got when I pulled it was people aren't listening. People are just blocking out rational thoughts. But and there's something. I got the redacted card that's reversed in the potential near future. So it feels like right now they're redacted, but in the future, in the near future, it's going to change. They're going to get some money. There's going to be a legal case. It's about love. The truth is going to come out, that some kind of truth that's going to bring in some more love, but the world is still upside down. The final card's upside down. So it's not going to happen immediately, but I think it could happen. But yeah, as you said, they're not ready to come to the table yet. I got a decision, which is upside down at the top of the reading. So they're not making this decision yet. They should, but they're not.
I keep hearing,
they got love on fingers
coming together, right? I keep hearing JFK, and I don't know enough about history, but I keep hearing JFK. It's got something to do with JFK, either that time frame or the fact where wasn't there the I'm terrible, sorry. Wasn't there some sort of Russia was there? There was going to be a thing, right?
Yeah, Bay of Pigs. I
right.
remember sitting at my dining room table with my dad, and he was scared. He was going, this could be the end. And JFK, he went and got a case of cigars before he did the blockade, reportedly. So, but yeah, he was the one that stopped it. He was the one that shut it down because of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
So maybe it's lingering, still lingering. Yeah. You know, vibrations can hang around, right?
For a long time.
Right? So let's hope that clears up. Because why shouldn't there be a beautiful exchange between countries, right?
Yeah. As long as we keep our pesticides out of Cuba.
Yes. When I was snorkeling, a little octopus came out of the coral and like swam by my face. I was like, oh my goodness. It was so amazing. It's the only time I've seen one out in the wild.
Wow.
I swam with dolphins in the wild there. Oh, forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
So speaking of toxic, you just said, I know, let's dive into something very unpleasant.
I don't want to.
I know. So the Ohio train derailment, we know, is awful. My question, how is anyone allowed to transport millions of gallons of an extremely toxic substance at once? You know, maybe a little bit at a time so that you don't have a train disaster, right? And gallons upon gallons spill out. But apparently 45 knocked that down when he was in office, not making regulations, right?
Correct.
Terrible.
And I heard that the train was like 3 miles long or something.
It was like 1 million gallons. Like how many train things are needed? Many, I'm sure. And it was liquid vinyl chloride or something like that, which is extremely toxic to everything. And you know what it makes? Vinyl chloride makes plastic.
No. Oh.
Plastic coverings for wires and cables and whatever else plastic.
Oh, we need that.
It's a man-made substance. It's not real in nature. So just a wonderful, horrible calamity. I don't mean wonderful. You guys know what I mean. I'm being sarcastic. So you were saying that some of the dirt, like they went there, they've transported some of the dirt, but we already know it's seeped into the soil. We know the people that live there or nearby there, and it's probably got into the water system. This is bad. And you and I were discussing behind the scenes before we started about things like that, toxic sites. Anywhere, but we know of some in the States, obviously. But I just wonder all the time when you see all these buildings and homes and neighborhoods being built, what's the history of that land? Like, did that used to be an old landfill? Does anyone know? Like, what was it 200 years ago? Does anybody know? It's crazy. So I don't know
Poltergeists.
Oh God. I don't know if we need to read on the Ohio one in particular, unless there's anything you want to check, but I know you wanted to check on another site.
Well, I kind of don't want to check on the other side. I think I want to make it a little more general, because when we were talking backstage, I'm having a really hard time reading on this, because where I grew up, there is an atomic waste site for in St. Louis from World War II, from the Manhattan Project. And they took all this atomic waste and they dumped it into this neighborhood, and they built homes on it and schools. And then they moved it to a landfill. But the landfill underground caught fire 7 years ago. It's still burning, and it's burning towards the atomic waste.
Oh my God.
Now, they buried all this atomic waste, but the people who live there, it's not so much they got sick, their kids are sick. Mm-hmm. And my relatives, my nieces and nephews, are sick. Autoimmune cancers, MS, it's horrific. And the government just looks the other way. So,
oh, Danny,
it's just, I mean, and I'm just one with,
right,
a section. How many more? And the government just turns away. So my question, I guess, this is why I have such a hard time reading on this.
It's awful. It's awful. And you know what I hear in my, my head is that humans don't know what they're playing with. So humans are creating these atomic or nuclear or whatever it is, or this vinyl chloride or whatever it is. And we don't realize as humans, and I have goosebumps head to toe here, my hair's standing on end. We don't realize what we're dealing with. We don't know how to clean it up. We don't know how it works. We don't know what it's going to be like in 10, 50, 100,000 years, right? And we're playing a game. It's not a good game for us to play.
No.
So you had wondered, how's Mother Earth going to deal with this? Which I think is a great question.
Yeah. So let's just look at Mother Earth and how she is going to. There's been a lot of talk about ocean cleanups, where, because we're so good with our oceans and dumping stuff in the oceans like it's a toilet. And there's some biological processes that they're starting to look at that actually can eat some of the oil in the oceans and some of the toxins.
So like a little amoeba or microorganism is able to process the contaminant to help clean. Well, that's good. But
right now
we're given a lot of work for them to do.
Right. And then if we introduce it into this bigger ocean, are we creating an invasive type species that takes over? And again, I hear we don't know what we're doing.
Exactly.
So I want to ask. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm just what are we doing as humans?
I want to ask, what are you going to do, Andrea, to fix this? I want you to fix this. You're smart enough.
I'm going to ask the creator then. Creator, can you please help us humans clean up the earth and the toxic things we create? And if you want to send any other beings to help us, would be great with their knowledge. Because we need help.
Chills.
We need help. We don't understand, and it's embarrassing, and we're sorry. And if you could please help us, thank you, Creator. I got goosebumps again. Okay, Mother Nature. Well, Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is always going to survive, right? I don't know about humans, but Mother Nature will. But to what degree?
Well,
You don't want her to be just like, completely
a rock like the moon. Not saying anything wrong with the moon, but I like the green on Mother Earth.
A beautiful life, exactly.
Yeah, look, the wood. I got wood.
Yes.
I really need something different. I'm like doing tarot in like a dorm room or something,
The dorm room tarot. That's your sub channel.
Dorm room tarot. Mother Earth. Mother Earth. What are you thinking? What can you do? Not thinking, I already know.
And like Chernobyl, and one of the most obvious ones. But think about all these other ones, these landfills that have been going on for how many hundreds of years. Does anyone know what was really buried under that patch of land or over there? What's Mother Nature? Can she help us? I just heard clean up your own mess.
Oh, really?
Look, she's angry. Okay. It's an angry cycle. Why are we constantly doing this cycle of destruction?
Wow, angry. I didn't get angry.
I just heard clean up your own mess.
Yeah, you have to go back to the question that you asked, because I didn't hear your question. It's Mother Earth.
It's a cycle. It's a repeat cycle we're doing, right? Of destruction, right? You see. Are we thinking about the children? And what does the children represent? It represents tomorrow, right? Children is tomorrow. So what's to come, right? Youth, innocence, and new life. New life. Are we going to set that ablaze? I think she's watching us, wondering what we're doing. What are we doing? She's watching, and then she's calling in. I think she's going to call in higher help. I never even thought about Mother Nature asking for help. Never even thought about that, sending that vibration up to the angels, to the creator, whatever. Because she's just sitting there looking at us like, what are you doing? What did you get?
Trees are radio antennas for Mother Earth to talk to. I mean, that's the way you can look at it. So yeah, of course, Mother Earth. And I've never thought of that either. But
me neither.
I kind of knew it,
but never thought about it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the trees, the plants on this earth are all interconnected. And so the whole earth is aware of what's going on the other side of the world. To me, I believe that it's all interconnected.
Yes, the roots are connected. It's all information. I just had this conversation with the creator today. Believe it or not, creator started telling me about trees. The creator planted the trees so that there would be an ecosystem, a self-sustaining ecosystem on Earth, right? Because they create the oxygen and they help with, weather and moisture and, all of this stuff. And they have information and that they can share information with each other. And we're just chopping down trees and we're spilling vinyl chloride. What are we doing?
Chopping down trees, spilling vinyl chloride. So my question was, will Mother Earth, will she be able to heal herself? Is there a mechanism in place for her to heal herself? The first card I got growth.
Wow.
So I'm like, yay,
Whew.
yay. It's going to be an adventure. So it's not just going to go, yeah, we're going to fix this. And then when you said, what did you say? She was going, what are you guys doing? Well,
why do we keep doing, what are you doing? Yeah. So, yeah.
Self-respect. Have some self-respect. So would you live in a trash dump?
I just heard as you're saying that, if you wouldn't put it in your home, why are you putting it in my home?
Correct.
Mother Nature has spoken.
So there is that deception. What'd you just do?
Mother Nature has spoken.
Oh yeah. Oof. Okay. What am I reading on? There is that deception of I don't even know where I was going with this. However, there is going to be a surprise. And there is a balance. We're not there yet. That's kind of skewed. So, yeah. But Mother Earth will balance herself out. But we have to stop deceiving ourselves that we can keep throwing crap anywhere we want. So, I mean, I'm going to go back to my RV van. It's got a toilet in it, and I take that toilet and I put a hose on it and I dump it into a sewer, into a clean out. And from where it goes there, I don't know. It's just gone. Woohoo! Yay! I don't have to look at it, and that's a little bit of. I'm not having any self-respect. I'm deceiving myself that it's being taken care of. There are toilets called composting toilets where you do your business and it turns it into dirt, into compost. Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't I have one of those in there? Because I'm deceiving myself. Don't worry, it's being taken care of.
We're playing games. Like, do we need to buy as much as we buy? Do we need, it's humans. We could go on and on. But I think what came out of that was a fascinating idea that Mother Earth has a conversation with other, right? Mother Nature might be talking to the creator. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
There, of course, would be a relationship between the two.
And it brings me, can I interject another topic?
Yes, please.
Real quick. I'm trying to keep a timestamp.
I'm just keeping the order we read in. I don't know if I'll try to do a timestamp when I send you the video. Sorry, everyone, you're learning the behind the scenes.
Okay, here it is. We were talking about time, right? So let's do some true, false questions. And we're going to get into how is it possible for us to be talking to other galaxies? Did we just discover that it's science, that it's possible to talk to other galaxies easier than we currently realize? And I'm saying yes.
I'm saying yes.
Okay, time. Let's just look at time. True or false? Is time different, recorded differently at sea level, on a mountaintop?
Ooh.
So it does it change? It recorded differently. Underwater, sea level, mountaintop.
I feel like the answer should be yes.
You are correct.
Okay. Wow.
Two more.
Okay.
Two more. Does the moon have its own time zone? Uh-oh. I may throw you for a curve here.
I would say it would have to. No? Why not? Wouldn't it have its own time zones? If it's
Well,
real, if it's a real thing in the sky, I said if. Wouldn't it have its own time? Oh, because it never changes from the sun?
I would think that the time would be different on the moon from the Earth. It would be recorded differently. But the US, the European Union wants to give it its own time zone, like moon time. So like I'm in Pacific time zone.
And I'm in moon
time zone. Moon time. Right now, it's whoever sends a rocket up, that's the time that's on the moon for that particular project. But the European Union wants, let's give it its own time zone. Okay. So here we have some more true or false. Gravity can bend time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't understand either of them, and I say yes.
Yes, you're right. And I'm not so, I don't understand that either.
The weight of gravity, let's say this is time going this way and this is gravity. If time is going to go through a heavy, dense gravity, it might change, right? It might alter. I don't know.
Slow it up.
Slow it up.
Slow it up.
Or less gravity, it might go, whoo.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Speaking of time, if you were an ET.
What do you mean if?
Well, I already know what city would you, as a galactic being, freak out the most at? I mean, just be like, what are you guys doing here?
Oh my goodness.
What? So here, you have four to choose from. Las Vegas, New Orleans during Mardi Gras, Rio during Carnival, Clearwater, Florida.
Anything in Florida, I think an ET would be going, what's going on here? I think the first three would be fun, but they'd be like, what's going on? Be mesmerizing with all the lights and the people having fun. But Florida, and what's so special about Sarasota, Florida?
Clearwater.
Or Clearwater, sorry, Clearwater.
Well, you got to wear your white boots when you go there.
Why?
Just cause.
Okay.
That's Ron DeSantis's uniform.
Does he wear white cowboy boots?
Mickey Mouse wear white rubber boots. Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie. Anyway. Okay, sorry. Squirrel moment. So Clearwater, Florida is the headquarters for Scientology.
They might have a few questions there. Yeah.
Okay, so let's tie all this in together. James Webb Telescope. They discovered 6 new galaxies.
Okay.
They're huge. They discovered these galaxies that are 10 times the size of the Milky Way. So if the Milky Way happened, they say 13.9 billion years ago, right? And we're still growing, the Milky Way. They say the Milky Way was born at the Big Bang 13.9 million years ago. They're looking at the James Webb Telescope, look back 13.5 billion years, and discovered these 6 galaxies that are 10 times bigger than the Milky Way. So that means their whole theory of when the universe was created is upside down. It's like,
okay, but
we're gonna have to rewrite.
The Big Bang created the universe, not just the Milky Way.
Okay.
So what are they? The universe that we understand is 13 billion years old.
Correct.
But they found.
No.
But they've.
Well, that's when they think the Big Bang
right.
happened.
Oh, so okay. So if they think the Big Bang happened and created the universe 13.6 billion years ago, but now they see 2 other clusters or universes or whatever you call it that are older than that. What does that say?
What does that say?
I say yes. That's got to be true.
Oh, it is true. Yeah, we're past true and false now.
Okay. Are we past the alien part? I'm confused. Why does it always have to be a test?
Well, I know I shouldn't have had so much coffee.
So they found I don't know, 2 universes look like universes.
6.
Oh,
6
outside
galaxies.
of our own. So outside the edge of our universe, they could see past it.
Yeah.
And those look older.
Yeah. So it's past our galaxy, because the universe to me is like everything. But I may be wrong. I'm no astrophysicist. How come all astrophysicists, most of them, look really goofy? Now I know there's a couple that don't.
No, you look goofy. Was that what you were?
So what somebody was saying is that there are black holes in the center of these galaxies, and they're acting as mirrors. And as soon as I heard that, I went, they're portals that allow communication to flow very, very easily. So my question, my ET question, where's my ET cards? My ET question, what's my ET cards? Is, can we access these portals? And I'm thinking of the Bermuda Triangle right now. Can we access these portals to ask for help to clean up Mother Earth?
And we humans,
yes,
modern day humans, we access these black hole portals to ask other galaxies for help, to help Mother Nature or Earth.
And we have a black hole, so some are saying, in the middle of our Milky Way galaxy as well.
I would say if we could access it, we probably don't have the technology yet. If we could access it, these portals.
Where are my galactic cards? All right, so here's what I got. Can we, and I got a yes. I think we can do it today. And it's all through our meditation and through our intuition, through our awareness that may be a little unknown using the high priestess energy. We are moving into calmer waters because of the heartbreak that we have created in Mother Earth. But there's a new beginning, a new emotional start, but we just have to get out of our own way. We have to stop fighting with ourselves, saying we can't do it, we can't do it. We can do it. The final outcome is the Four of Cups, and it's right next to the Ace of Cups. So all we got to do is look at this Ace of Cups, this emotional new start, but we're not looking at it. We're crying, oh, we can't take care of this. We can't do this. We can't do that. But yeah, we can. And it's just, okay, so this deck here, it's a Four of Cups, but it's got 3 spilled cups and 4 upright cups. 4 of them are overflowing 5 upright cups. So there's so much that's coming at us that we're not accessing. Mm. That's what I get out of this.
Well, I basically got the same thing. I found my alien deck. So what's stopping us is corruption, unethical, and cults and high leaders and stuff. So, we're being told dreams don't mean anything. There's no such thing as being psychic, listen to how we tell you the world is, right? So we're being blocked. We can do this. We can travel. See, we can travel through that portal. Philosophy, discrimination, empathy, using our mind.
Empathy.
Right?
Whoa, that was loud.
Warrior, passion, fearlessness. If we are not afraid, we can do this, right? We have to be willing to try this, willing to go there, willing to realize there's more to the universe than what we understand. And who's going to do this? Well, I think it's those who are tuned in, the star seeds, right? Self-memory, identity. Some of them will be remembering maybe being in one of those other galaxies or having a conversation or knowing about how to travel through these wormholes or whatever you call them.
Portals.
It's portals. Yeah, it's possible. I got friggin' goosebumps. We can do it. We can do it. It's different.
So,
it's different than we understand. It's not going to be like we're going to get in a spaceship maybe and go through it, but maybe we can, I don't know, go through it another way.
I am.
Let's go.
I'm getting in my spaceship and going.
So we have to just stop listening to this garbage that we're fed about everything when they don't even understand.
Yeah, that we can't do this. We can do this. And more people who are opening up to the vibrations that are coming through in the next month, in the next couple of years, we're just starting to be cracked open. We thought, I was listening to an astrologer who said, if you thought the Lionsgate portal was powerful, just wait till March. We're going to be getting so much more awareness. And I'm like, yikes. When I think back on Lionsgate, it wasn't a switch. And I don't think this time it's going to be a switch either. But it's just going to be, we're just opening up more to allow what is possible to be in our awareness. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's
exciting.
Huge.
So the March one is March 3rd. So a portal opens on the number of the month, the day in the month. So January 1st, February 2nd, March 3rd, April 4th. Lionsgate is August 8th. So does that make sense? The number of the month to the number of the day in the month. So March 3rd is this Friday. So get ready to open up.
I got to get ready.
Well, I think we'll end it on that one because that was good. That was exciting. And that gives us all something to think about. And
there's something else going on March 7th too, like a new moon or full moon on March 7th. Anyway, I don't know that much about astrology. So, but yeah, we get to stop
thinking like things like travel. What does travel mean? Doesn't mean you have to get in a spaceship. It could be telepathy travel or whatever, remote viewing or whatever, however it is, or remembering past memories of being in that galaxy.
Yeah.
Because you and I have been there.
Yeah.
Galaxy. And we've been there.
Been there, done it.
Yeah.
But I feel too, remote viewing or whatever you want to call it is how you phrased it. And it doesn't matter how you call it. It doesn't matter the term. It's all basically the same stuff. It's just putting your awareness in a different position.
Yes.
To get you there.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
So who are you going to go talk to when you go into this portal? Because I know you're going to go, all right, let me see if I can jump into a portal tonight.
I feel like I want to talk to a thriving planet, like the actual planet, if it's healthy and lush and thriving, whether there's people or beings on it or not. A thriving, full life planet is what I would talk to say, how are you doing it? How are you so beautiful and healthy? And what can you help my friend over here, Earth?
and see if they went through a similar time of pollution, of destruction, no self-respect.
Well, you say you learn from your elders. We're talking about galactic elders. We are talking about dimensional elders. We are there's so other being elders. There's so much we can learn from it if we try.
And not to get too far out there, but I think we already are.
We're already way out there.
learning to listen to a past life when you were a galactic being, when you decided to come back and go, I'm going to go down to Earth, and all your galactic pals are going, they're all snickering in the corner going, really? No, I'm going down there. You just watch. You watch what I do. And they're all snickering up there going, you have no idea what you're getting into. And then you find yourself down here with like really long hair going, I have no idea what I've got myself into.
But we're waking up to it, right?
We're waking up to it. It's going to become clearer. And those guys aren't snickering anymore. They're going, oh my gosh.
They're going to help us on the other side.
He's going to figure this out. All right.
Danny saves the world. Danny saves the universes.
With everybody's help, we got to all get in this together and like not have toxic thoughts in this news cycle. I mean, have some self-respect. Turn off the TV, not the YouTube channels like us, but you
got to keep those rolling. Well, that was a world news and out of world news. I like it. I like this galactal news team we are. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks, Danny, for hanging out.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrea.
And we will see you guys when we see you guys. Bye.
Through a portal.